Well, good morning. Dottie and I are back for another comment video, and it's the 13th of September, 2024. It is 5:50 a.m., 38 degrees outside, 76 here, and I'm back clear and not cloudy. I've been experimenting with lighting, and yesterday was a bad experience. Somebody actually I think I'll be able to read it here, said, "I'm just curious, is the picture cloudy?" Yes, it is. So this should be much better. Sorry, I tried. I was going to go into more detail, but you don't really care. Ken Gray says to the lung cancer vaccine video, very good news for millions of people. I was pretty excited about this. They did an mRNA version vaccine for lung cancer that is in human trials, big time in Europe, and it's very promising. It's like this vaccine is a hunter killer for just for targeting these lung cancer cells, and it doesn't touch anything else, unlike chemotherapy, which destroys almost everything else or tries to. This is like a big deal. It's the most lethal cancer that we have, lung cancer. But of course, I said the word vaccine, and my advertising was shut down automatically as inappropriate by YouTube. And then I appealed, and they came back and they put a thing about COVID warning on my video, even though my video had nothing to do with COVID. So there's a COVID disclaimer on my video. So it's called, if you want to see it, it's called Lung Cancer Vaccine. Number 199 positive reviews. What does the number mean? It means I've done 199 positive reviews, 199 days in a row. That's what that means. So I put out a video, honestly, it was a old video from last year that I put a tag on, a little section on the front saying, hey, if you're planning on going to quartzsite, the big tent everybody talks about, this is what it's like on the first day. It's just, it's a pretty amazing. So Ken Gray says to that video, only 2 minutes in, I'm already fighting anxiety. First day is not for me. And Randy says to him, I'm with you. And I said, yep, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to not go if you don't like big noisy crowds. Well, Rob, maybe we'd better edit that comment. It's a good thing to not to go. How about to not go? Sorry, guys. Let's edit that. Save. So instead I say, yep, this is not a good thing to not... This, I have like triple negatives in this thing. Yep. How about, let's go into edit and just say, oh boy. Yep. Don't go. Yep. Do not go if you dislike large, loud crowds. So maybe my video will prevent people from having a miserable experience. And if you like busy crowds and all sorts of activity, you'll love it, love it. Going this year, I'll just refer to that video as going this year. That's the big tent. Randy says, I'll take outside vendors for $500, Alex. And she comments on the lungs cancer, says, I hope it's successful. Ken Gray also has another comment. He says, very informative, lots of vendors. Down the first to the We Didn't Make It video. That's when Dottie and I tried to hike to the dam and were unable to go the distance. Even if I made it that far and assuming I got home in one piece, I would probably sleep for the rest of the day. Let's see. Zigzag on your comments and coffee. I remarked that, hey, I'm really sorry, and I did over an hour comments video the day before, and he goes, playback speed 2 times. It's one way to get through it. Makes an hour video a half an hour video. Makes half an hour video 15 minutes. Yeah, there's a little setting that you can do that will increase the speed of the playback, and I'll sound kind of funny. Talk like this. I'll talk really fast, but it'll be twice as fast if you do 2. You can do 2, 3, 4. You can do fast as you want. Or you can slow it down. A lot of people, when I go through a store or something, people get frustrated. You went by that, so I wanted to see what was on the shelf. Well, you can slow it down. You can go half speed, quarter speed. Let me see, just for a second. Just for giggles and grins, I'll look to see where that little dial is. Let's pull up a YouTube. Let's see your channel. I think we want. There's a little gear. It says settings. Let's see, stable volume annotations, something. Where is it? Okay. So I'm on my PC. Lower right-hand hand, there's a little gear wheel. I click on that, and it has choices: stable, volume, annotations, subtitles, playback speed. There's normal, and I can go from 0.25. Can you hear that? Or I can go to 2 times speed. Also, while we're here, I got an email that said, can you help people change the name of their channel? Now, I'm not one of these step-by-step instruction guys, but go to YouTube. Go to where it says your channel. On the left-hand column, there's click on your channel, and I need to do regular playback speed. How do I do that? Now my cursor's stuck. Normal. Okay, and I want to stop that. I'm really sorry, guys, but this is how things go. You click on your channel. All right, and it says customize channel right below your picture, your cover, and you can do the image, picture, and name. It's like you scroll down and you put in your new name, and you can do a thing called handle. Like my name is there's 2 things. First one is name. In mine it says Travels with Dottie, of course. And then they have a handle. And it's an @ sign with like a tag, and mine is @Dottie's Travels. So you can search for Travels with Dottie and you'll find me on YouTube, or you can just put an @Travels, Dottie Travels. And I'm not sure why they do the handle, and the I think the handle's just like a shortcut for the internet, and the name is what displays. Okay? I hope you got that. And if you get confused, just type in Google how to change my name, my YouTube channel name, and it'll walk you through it like step by step. So the lung cancer vaccine, Dan Hardesty says that's great news. The Quartzsite video, Nash says it reminds me of the fair here. The building full of vendors. I always like to see all the different products. Oh, selfie time smile. Thanks for sharing this with us. Robert Burns on the same video says, I enjoyed going this year to Quartzsite and have a question you may be able to answer. I plan to come to Quartzsite for the first time the end of January 2025 and will pay for a month before the end of 2024. Can I pay for two $40 2 weeks this year? Can I leave my arrival date open? Do I need to pick a date to be there? See you all next year. Okay. You can buy multiple $40. It's 2 weeks, right? So you buy it today. It's good for 14 days. The 14 days are up. You can go back up to the office, buy a second one. Not a problem. A third one if you want. When you buy your fourth one, you're at $160. So you're within $20 of just buying the annual pass. Can I leave my arrival date open, or do I need to pick a date to be there? Well, it depends, Robert, on really, there's a couple of events that matter to me in January. There's more than a couple events, but the big ones for me are, of course, this quartzite, they call it the Big Tent Show. And let's just Google that for the exact dates here. We put in Big Tent, Quartzsite, Arizona. Quartzsite RV Show. There's a website. January 18th through the 26th. So if you want to see the show, the huge tent and all the people in it. As the days go by, it's less and less people. So if you go towards the end, if you have a problem with a lot of people, go towards the end. So January 18th through the 26th. And if you're into Bob Wells and Rubber Tramp Rendezvous 2025, we'll see what they are there. Let's see. For the women, it's January 8th through the 10th, and for everyone, it's January 11th through the 16th. So they try pretty much to bump up against the Big Tent. So when you're done with this, you can go to the Big Tent. One of the reasons for that is at the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, it's all free to go there, and they're in the park, right inside Quartzsite, and plenty of great free parking. And they teach you how to do this lifestyle. From people that have very little money and are scrimping and are doing this on a Social Security check that's $700 a month, to people that work on the road. But the logistics of how do you do it? And one of the big questions people have is, I want to go on the road, but I don't have a job. I need money. How do I make money? They have seminars on how to do that, where to go to apply for these like locational seasonal jobs, where the idea is you go someplace, you work really hard for a month, you get a pile of money, then you don't work for a few months and you're fancy free, and then you go back and work again. And there are lots of opportunities like that, which I won't go into here, but many of them, you can get these jobs at the Big Tent Show. They have booths there, and it tells you who they are, where to go, and they say, okay, ours is over. Big Tent starts day after tomorrow. Go for it. Go in there early. Get those jobs. So that's what that's all about. So, is it possible I can find out where I left off? Okay, Robert, I hope I answered your question. Let's see. George is cute. I had a short where I happened to film George just going across the bed, being super cautious and checking things out. All George was doing was going from one end of the bed to the other to look out the window, and I did the Pink Panther theme beneath it. It worked out pretty well. That was Edie Ron. George is so cute, though, she says. Suzanne at Large, same thing. He is wise to be cautious. Sometimes he wakes up and his whole house has been moved somewhere else. Good point. Good point. Lisa. Hello, Lisa. And look at this. This is almost as funny as the other day. Lisa Roth says, lung cancer vaccine. She says it makes me want to learn more. And next to her, remember Lisa and Judy would be posting next to her, because I thought it was funny because they park next to each other in the winter. Like all winter. They're neighbors. They have a little compound. They didn't happen this time. The person that posted after is Barb Connor. She says, for Quartzsite, I go for the ice cream and food. I hit the ATM because some vendors only take cash. Barb parks in that same group. She's one of them. So she's posting right next to, an hour later, she posts right next to Lisa. Oh, and then Lisa posts again. Is it me or is it a bit foggy? It could be me. I'm legitimately curious. It's Barb. Or Lisa, it's you. It's you. It's things are fading out. Of course it's not. Yeah, it was my ill-fated Oh, yeah. I was experimenting with lighting. Trying to do it from the side instead of... And here, there's still switches I can do. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? I don't know. Make it brighter. Make it cool. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing my best. All right. But coming from the side was not a good thing. So I switched it back. The ring light is behind me. You can see the ring light. There, look, ring lights. Doesn't it look terrible? That's one of the things that really bother me. If I happen to look up like this, I look like an alien. But that's the ring light that goes behind the camera, and it's supposed to be so good. Thornelia said, I really enjoyed yesterday's long comment video, the hour-long one. Some people like that. George is on the prowl, says Randy. Judy says, no comment today, just enjoying some cool weather. All right, Judy. See you in a week or so, I think, in Pahrump. Pete Diaz. I love the type of atmosphere with all the vendors and whatnot, but I bet it's amazing to watch them put that massive tent up. It is. If you're around it, it's a several-day process, but it is pretty neat that they're able to put that up so fast. The theme from Pink Panther, how appropriate. That was Dan Hardesty. And then lung cancer, Judy says, prayers that it works as intended, that cancer won't be the terrible sentence we think of it as now. Naj on lung cancer, that's great. I hope it works. Get it, George. Be careful, George. The mic might bite. Love that, George. That's Naj. And Pete Diaz, Quartzsite is on the bucket list for me and love the video. I'll do a couple more retread videos in the next couple of days. Some of the more popular ones from last year. I want to look at one where it shows me driving around town so you see what it's like. Actually drive your vehicle through Quartzsite and through the LTVA. And Dan asked on that Quartzsite video, you probably already did it, but how the brush work on George? There's a brush that I bought in there. It works really well. It's a great brush. So Robin says, the comment pertains to the other day when we were saying YouTube sometimes unsubscribes. Anyway, today, I noticed the notification bell wasn't solid like it should be. My settings somehow changed from all, which made the bell solid, versus personalized, which I was checked. I changed mine back again. I'm glad to know you were hesitant and have seen dogs drinking from it, not being ill or worse. Yeah. I certainly hope it works, but I'm envisioning it'll be financially out of reach for many, and this is like one of these names that you can't pronounce. I'm a little mystified as to why you would think it would be financially out of reach. So what I did was there's the CDC has a comprehensive list of all vaccines and the prices. There's some, I noticed it's a long list. There's a couple in the $200 range for, must be pretty obscure things because I've never heard of them, but most of them, certainly a lung cancer vaccine that is effective would be covered by every insurance, and I'm sure free or near to it for anyone that didn't have insurance. I would be shocked if that wasn't the case. So can you imagine a vaccine for lung cancer that people don't have access to. It just would blow my mind. I would be a protester out there holding a sign. Pool Chuck has just smiley faces on George. And that is it for today. A 20-minute, an hour one, then we had like a 10-minute one, and we have a 20-minute one today. Can I think of anything else? Long form video, be a little late today because it's something happened overnight. I'm trying to upload it. Dottie and I took an epic trip to Red River to buy some groceries, and we went to the famous Red River Candy Company store. I liked a lot of good scenery. I did the good camera facing front on the gorgeous drive. It's on the Enchanted Circle between here and Red River. And I had the GoPro just on Dottie. So Dottie's in the corner. And it's only, 41% uploading. It's been going all night. So I don't know what the deal is there. We'll see. I'll see you and Dottie. Dottie's there. You see Dottie? Dottie. Yeah, you got to look up, Dottie. You got to look up and say hi to our viewers, because the viewers they watch ads, and I use the ad money, it's not much, to buy Charlie Bears. Take care.